Happy Halloween, everybody, or at least I hope you're seeing this on Halloween. I was gonna do a top 10 movies for the Halloween season, but I probably should have done that in October. A bit late now for that. Um, so instead, you're gonna get Hell House LLC Lineage, the review. Found footage franchise that started almost exactly a decade ago, I believe, with the original Hell House LLC movie. And as the series went on, it just got a bit more confusing with whether me and probably everyone else was gonna end up liking it. Hell House LLC, the original, is now a cult classic found footage movie, and what would spawn the next one, two, three, four after it. And Hell House LLC 2 was absolute shit. It was garbage. And the next one came out, Lake of Fire, and it was okay. Nothing too special, but it wasn't as bad as 2, which is great. And it felt like the franchise was just milking it at this point, and they were just pushing out new Hell House movies whenever they could. And we ended up getting Hell House LLC Origins right after Hell House 3. Or, not right after. I think it was actually maybe 4 years later, and everyone was worried about it, especially me. With how 2 and 3 were, felt like the franchise was getting milked to death, and it was just never going to get better. And thankfully, the Carmichael Manor movie was actually pretty damn good, and in my opinion, probably the best movie of the entire Hell House franchise. Now we're at Hell House Lineage 2 years later. I was gonna say after 2 years later. And is it good? No. Is it the worst Hell House movie? Probably, sadly. Um, I was wanting to see this movie back in October when it was in select theaters, or October, sorry, back in August, I believe, and it was in select theaters, and I wanted to go watch it one day, but this theater was sold out, and I was like, holy shit, people really are excited for a Hell House movie. I was like, damn, okay, you guys go watch it then. I guess I'll just wait till Shutter releases it because I think it was only in theaters by me for one day, so I was pretty upset, but I was like, it's worth the wait. It'll be out on Halloween. I'll watch it on Halloween. It'll be a lot of fun. It wasn't. Hell House Lineage completely gets rid of the found footage thing they were going for with the past 4 Hell House movies and instead makes it a narrative based horror movie. There's no found footage at all in this entire movie, if I remember correctly. I don't think a single second of it, actually, which is awful because the basis behind Hell House LLC is that it's a budget franchise and it's found footage. And what you can do with a budget found footage movie is that you can use your cheap budget with the bad acting and the maybe ugly looking ish movie and just play it off like that's just found footage. We're making it look real and that's that. Instead, with this type of movie, you get god awful acting and a pretty ugly looking movie. And god, this movie's fucking boring too. I mean, this might be the longest one in the franchise. I could be wrong, but it damn well felt like it. This felt like it was a 3 hour movie. It was an hour 48. This was an absolute fucking drag to get through, and that's not even the worst part about it. Hell House Lineage is apparently the last Hell House movie that's going to be made, probably ever, unless there is a new director picking it up, because Stefan Cognetti is gone. He's done with the Hell House franchise, or at least directing it. And I have an interview here with him where he said, I'm done with Hell House, but that was never meant to be misconstrued as a story being finished. And I think there was a lot of confusion came in when people saw the ending of Lineage. I think they were expecting something more wrapped up, and for people that are going to see it on Shutter for the first time, like me, just know that not everything's gonna be wrapped up into a nice bow at the end. I've had so much fun making this franchise. It is my intention to stop making them, not for the story to end. If it ever gets picked up in another way by someone else or in another medium, I would think I would like to have some involvement. Because I actually know what comes next. I have outlines of what comes next, story wise, what comes before, and what comes after is written down. I'm just not going to make it, so I'd like to know that at least the framework that I had in my head was still being adhered to. I think you're a jackass. I genuinely think you're a jackass for doing this. I think you did some great work and some fine work with the found footage movies, and to make your last movie a non found footage movie and it being complete and utter dog shit and ending the movie like how you ended it, if you haven't seen the movie, it ends on nothing. The movie legit just ends. There's so many questions and so much stuff to be answered, and not like it's actually good, but it makes you want more. So why would you direct this movie? I don't get it. I really just do not fucking get it. I think this was the dumbest decision you could have done. I think what he should have done was uh Carmichael, that should have been your last movie. This one, completely new director. You can still work on it in the background, do the storyboarding and whatever, even though this movie was dog shit. Um, this shouldn't have been you. This shouldn't have been your work. This shouldn't have been your last hurrah in the Hell House franchise. To say that this was possibly the last Hell House movie is just utter garbage. This is a cult classic franchise at this point, uh, whether you like that or not. I mean, this is one of the most popular, if not, nah, I won't say if not. It is one of the most popular Hell House found footage franchises that exist. And you're going to end it off on this, and we don't even know if there's going to be a sequel to Lineage. We won't know if there's going to be a maybe a prequel or like he mentioned. I'm not sure. This is all just a fucking mess. I think this was the dumbest thing he could have done, and I, this makes me not want to see any of your future work. It's just lazy. You make this garbage fucking movie, leave it on a weird, stupid cliffhanger, and then you expect us to want more? Was that the plan? Was this your trick? You wanted more people to you want to end this movie to for some hope of a next one coming out and you get to work on it? No. I don't think this movie deserves a sequel. I don't think this franchise deserves to live any longer. I think Hell House Lineage should be the end of the lineage of the Hell House movies. This was an absolute abomination, and even though I hate Hell House 2 and it is pretty fucking bad, this is maybe the most disgusting way you could have ended a franchise ever. I mean, this is just a fucking joke, really. I'm gonna get to my rating now because I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. I was gonna give Hell House Lineage a 2 out of 10. I was gonna be generous, and it's not one of the worst movies I've seen of all time. It's just really fucking garbage. But what I do with my rankings is if you've done something so heinous to a franchise or a beloved name or anything like that, you're gonna get points deducted or rewarded if you've done the good part. Just like my Superman review, if you remember earlier this year, and some other movies as well. But I don't think I reviewed that many movies where I've done that. This is disgusting. This is an absolute abomination. I cannot believe you've made this movie. You should have just ended it at 4 or had someone else make this movie because this is a fucking joke to the fans, to the people who spend money on not only Shudder, but the people who went to go see the screening in theaters. I think this is a fucking joke. This is genuinely a joke. And I'm gonna completely blame Stephen Cognetti for this entire thing. This is just a mess. If you haven't seen Hell House Lineage and you're a fan of the Hell House franchise, don't fucking watch it. It's just gonna make you regret watching the 4 movies before it. This is an absolute fucking joke of a movie. I'm sorry to the actors and the actresses and anyone else who's worked on this movie and all the other people that were made in callbacks and everything like that. Anyone who was involved in this movie at all besides Stephen Cognetti, I'm genuinely sorry your name is included in this movie. This is a fucking joke to horror and Shudder and the ticket buyers and everything. I'm sorry. I'm just so angry. Don't watch Hell House Lineage. This fucking movie pissed me the fuck off.